Hello. There we go. I don't know how to start this podcast, but
Just shut up and do the intro already.
my bad. You're listening to Anu's Dialogue Diaries. Yeah.
This is a bet open.
Hello. It is right now 8:53 Sunday morning on 25th of August. Hey guys. This is my first episode ever. Isn't that crazy? Life is crazy. I'm so sorry for the quality because I'm using my brother's. Anyways, back on today's topic. Hello, I'm Anu. My channel is Anu is Tired because I'm always tired and I don't feel the need to explain the name, even though I literally just did. This is my first ever episode. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, but because of school, I'm not even gonna blame this on school because of me, because sometimes I'd be doing everything but school, but because of me, and I was kind of scared how people would perceive me if I started a podcast, and I was thinking about it, and I was talking about it with my classmates, and I was just like, guys, if I made a podcast, would you listen to it? Because I made kind of a podcast and I posted it, and all my friends kind of liked it. It was about me complaining because sometimes you just need to complain, you know? And people really liked it. And so I talk a lot. As someone who struggles with communicating, I seem to talk a lot, but sometimes when I talk a lot, it's just because I'm over anxious. So then I just project random words, and that becomes even more awkward, which then people perceive me as really confident. And I'm just like, I love that you think about that about me, and I really do receive that in the name of Jesus, so I can actually become confident, because the amount of confidence I had to build up to actually start this is insane. I've started so many projects for my YouTube channel, but just stopped because I was just like, what if people get dirt on me and then I become canceled or something, or what if this happens and then I become canceled or something. Guys, you only live once. You only get to experience life once. And just if you really want to do something, go for it. Because I feel like I've been holding myself back to start this when I could have been doing this a long time ago. I could have been doing this a long, long time ago. So, yeah, if you really want to do something, go for it. Because at the end of the day, who's gonna cancel you? If someone's saying, "Oh my gosh, you're canceled, you're canceled," girl, be so for real. You're so chronically online. Who's canceling you? Who's canceling you? If you say something that people disagree with, you're immediately canceled, which is really dumb. But we're gonna be talking about cancel culture. I'm so sorry. Um, I'm so sorry. That was really gross. But today we are actually not going to be talking about cancel culture, so we can get that information. Take it from your brain, and put it in your butt. Not put it in your butt, but leave it for another day. Shout out to my brother for letting me use his iPad. So yeah, love you, little bro. Today we are going to be talking about something that might hit home for you or for someone you know, um, family members, I don't know, friends. Yeah. But it might hit close to home, it might not. You can listen to it if you want. I'm gonna try my best to get to the point, because this is a literal disclaimer, because I feel like it is important and it is a part of who I am. I have ADHD, so sometimes I'll be talking and then I'll literally completely lose the plot, and it's not trying to be like, I have ADHD.
Oh my! Look, it's a butterfly. Yeah, silly me.
No. Yes, but no. It affects me in different ways too. But if I do try and go off track, I'll try my best to stay on track because I know people's attention spans only last like a second. So even pressing this podcast is insane because like baby girl, baby boy, what are you doing? Like this is probably gonna be like 20 minutes long. Yo. Anyways, but um I do struggle and I am practicing to stay on track. So if I do go off track, please know I don't mean it. I do that because it is a part of who I am. And so I'm gonna try my best to stay on track with this. Okay. But first of all, what we are gonna be talking about weight and body. And I know people are thinking,
People have had so many conversations about body types.
so like I said, we are gonna be talking about weight. Um yeah. I wanna say trigger warning, but like there is no triggers. But just a quick disclaimer, I will be talking about also eating disorders. So take that how you will. You have 10 seconds to click off this. Ooh, say it, don't spray it. For those of you who are just listening and not looking at my beautiful, gorgeous Gorgina, gorgetastic, shout out to Abby for giving me that vocab. But spit just like sprayed out of my mouth while I was saying that. Anyways, so I'm giving you 10 seconds to click off this podcast if you feel uncomfortable with discussing the topics on eating disorders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You should be off this podcast by now. If you're still staying with us, that is amazing. That is awesome sauce. Love that. So, wait. Let's first talk about Fatspo. Okay. I've talked about this so many times, but let's talk about Fatspo. For those of you who don't know, Fatspo is kind of a thing that people do where they post pictures of people who are like overweight or slightly chubby or just bigger in general. Like, let me just say that, just fat or like bigger in general. And like, if you guys feel uncomfortable with the word saying fat, I quite literally am fat. And it's not me being a pick me, I know I'm fat, right? And the term or the word fat is almost used as if it is a slur when it is describing something, but I get the context on which how you say it. Like, oh my gosh, that person's so fat, or oh, they have such a fat bunda. Like I understand the context, but in this term, I literally have the body fat. We're talking about body fat. Like you cannot be. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can see. Let me put the mic down. Fats. Okay, this is body fats, right? We all have it, right? Some of us. Wait, I'm about to fart, guys. So glad you probably didn't hear that. But oh my gosh, it smells. I'm so sorry. It smells. Anyways, um, fat, body fat. Some of us have more body fat than others. Some of us have little body fat than others. Fat, body fat, fat spell, right? Using pictures of others and posting it online and saying, if you don't lose weight, then you're gonna become like this fat little donkey. I hate it. And it's kind of just like, wow, that's really uncalled for, right? I've seen so many posts and so many videos of people saying, oh my gosh, fat spoke, right? I'll be like an average teenage girl trying to just live her life. It will be a TikTok of just her doing. People don't do the renegade anymore. I can't think of any TikTok dances. All I can think of is, You know when people have gotten so uncreative, but let me try and demonstrate little dance. For a black person, for a black African person, I don't have any rhythm, and that is really disturbing. But that little dance, it will literally be someone, not even just girls, but just someone, a person who is literally just doing something that they enjoy or just talking on a topic. And people will post it on maybe different platforms, different social medias, right? And say, oh, Fatspo, right? Um, okay. Um, yeah, that doesn't sit right with me. There's also the opposite where it's inspo, right? And I'm kind of guilty of this because I have said, "Oh my gosh, that's so thinspo," or I've pointed out to my friends, "Oh my gosh, you're literally giving so like thinspo," right? So it could be like I can't be saying, "Oh my gosh, that doesn't sit right with me," and I'm a like big girl and saying, "Oh, thinspo," but if someone else said, "Oh, fatspo," then I can't be like I can't be really talking, right? So I am calling that out on me. It's just that Thinspo, I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be clear. Thinspo is oh my days. My mic just died. Guys, I don't think I like this life anymore. Um but Thinspo is seen as more of a positive thing more than that fatspo, right? Because obviously you're living the healthy lifestyle. You're thin, you're beautiful, you get all the boys or you get all the girls or you're just that person. It's kind of just like it girl type of things. It girl, like ITGLIRL or something, guys. And it's seen as a positive thing, right? But fatspo is kind of there to kind of make fun of people and say, oh my gosh, this person's so fat, someone's overweight, they're unhealthy, they're this, they're that, right? And both can be, both are kind of problematic in the way that um, you're speaking on someone else's body. And even though the thinspo might be in a positive light, you're still speaking on someone else's body. I think that's something also I'm guilty of saying thinspo and stuff. And I've said this before, but yeah. So I apologize for anyone I've ever either posted or said thinspo because like thinking about it, it's actually kind of like that's my body you're talking about. You don't know what I'm going through, right? And I think the way people have perceived fatspo or thinspo and stuff like that is just it's gotten to the point where it's just gross. It's just really gross. I feel like I've lost so much aura right now because my mic is literally it died on me and I mean okay, it's gonna charge. It's gonna charge while I'm speaking on it. So, like I was saying that I feel like, yeah, I've already explained thin bone, fat bone, and are you done? Are you done? Okay, good. I've already explained the negatives and positives of both things. So, fat bone, I don't know if there's positives, but motivates people. Oh yeah, be skinny, be healthy, blah, 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 right? And um, since this topic is mainly focused on fatspo, I don't know if people want me to make another podcast focusing more on thinspo. And I'll actually bring a thin person friend into the conversation because as a fat person who's never really actually been skinny but is planning on it one of these days to just wake up a skinny legend, I will have to bring a thin friend in, but we can have that conversation later. You guys have to communicate with me if you want that to happen. Anyways, so that's boom, right? I've seen so many people do it. I've seen so many people speak about it. Honestly, insane. I'm probably gonna make similar points as other people. I'm not too sure because I haven't seen other people. I haven't heard other people's opinions about it, which I probably should because it's always good to hear other people's opinions on certain stuff to give you a different perspective on different things. Um, but basically, the whole thing about that spell that I read about something. I read something this morning that a man said. Listen, I'm not a man hater, but I was this morning. Because tell me why. This is what happens when you don't wake up and the first thing you do is read your Bible. But tell me why I see this video of this gym guy. It's always the gym guys that have something to say. So it's these boys, gym guys, or like just gym guys in general, flexing their muscles and wanting to say something, right? And if any of you fools come for me, a 15-year-old girl, that is crazy. That is insane. Keep your mouth shut. But he was saying like you have no excuse to be fat, right? Being fat is being lazy. It's a choice. Moment of silence for that one. Do you not feel embarrassed? Do you not feel mentally deranged? Do you not feel like a stupid idiot? Right? The Bible says not to argue with fools because you will look like one, right? Um, so I'm not gonna argue, but I will speak on it, right? I'm not gonna argue with you, I'm not gonna say anything to you, but it's so stupid, right? Because it's just like, how can you say someone is being lazy for their weight or how they look? It grinds my gears because I know multiple people, right, who are maybe overweight or are chubby and have gone through a war trying to lose weight and to be healthy, right? And it's not because they're lazy, it's either a medical condition or because of mental health, which is linked to the medical condition, right? And yes, being fat is a choice. There's different scenarios, right? But to just generalize that, oh guys, no, yo, I should make like a burping ASMR in my days. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. But to make a generalization that all people who are overweight or fat are just lazy, it's stupid. It is stupid. It's stupid, and it's just like some people are trying so hard to actually love themselves and to lose weight and to be healthy, and you're one of those people who are just backtracking them, right? And it's just like it's frustrating. It's really frustrating because it doesn't offend me really because I know sometimes I can be lazy, but I've struggled with some things that I'm just like, me personally, I know that when I'm upset or when I'm annoyed, I tend to undereat, right? I just tend to undereat. Like just not eat at all. But then when I'm happy or something, I'll binge eat, right? And that isn't, I don't know if that's normal, but it's happened ever since I was younger, and I've always kind of been the fat bunny friend in school, and just the chubby girl in school, and having skinny friends around me, that makes me feel bad, right? I love that for them, but it also it the selfish part of me just feels so bad. I'm just like, I wish I was skinny, right? And I've had those thoughts that I wish I was skinny. I wish I could actually lose this weight in one day, right? But unfortunately, and I think a lot of guys don't know this, it is harder. And let me backtrack, but like most men, who do gym and they say, "Oh, you have no excuse to be fat," they're usually talking about women, females, women, right? And it's frustrating. It really is frustrating because a lot of people don't know this, but it's actually harder for women to lose weight more than men. So we could be doing the same exercise in PE. We could be doing the same diet. We could be counting our calories, right? But the male, the alpha, the sigma, the the beast will always maybe lose weight faster than the woman, which is so frustrating. And it really does make me feel demotivated. But that also just means like my weight loss journey is gonna be tea. It's gonna be like what is it, right? So when people say, "Oh my gosh, you're being lazy," there's so many reasons to yes, in some cases people might be lazy and just chowing for the sake of chowing, but that is also an eating disorder. Spoiler alert, anorexia is not the only eating disorder. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's also bulimia. There's also other things that are eating disorders. There's also pica. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but that is an eating disorder where you just chow anything that kind of looks good. You know, like something that's moldy. Ooh, that looks yummy. Ooh, I'm gonna eat that, right? Or ooh, that plastic. It look. Have you ever seen maybe those washing machine things that look like sweets and you want to eat it, but you know that you shouldn't eat it? I think pica is like when you have someone who's just like, oh, that looks good, but they actually do eat it, right? I hope this doesn't um make it seem like I'm making fun of the eating disorder. I'm trying to explain it. Um, but yeah, there's different eating disorders, and I feel like people don't get that. Anorexia is not the only eating disorder. I'm sorry to break it to you. There's binge eating disorder where you just eat, right? And like people overeating and then purging. If you don't know what purging is, it's when you force yourself to throw up, right? There's so many eating disorders, right? And a person who's overweight could have one of those eating disorders. And another spoiler alert, you can be overweight, but you can also be anorexic. You can literally be overweight and anorexic. How do you know? Because you could literally not be eating at all. But with some people, right, you can not eat at all, but you still gain weight. I know it's scary. My dad told me this. I searched it up and it was true. I'm not too sure what it's called. I'm not going to get into medical conditions, but if I get it wrong, if I got any of this information wrong, please make sure to correct me because I really, the more you learn, the more you know, so that next time you don't make that same mistake of spreading misinformation. So whatever I say, don't take it and be like, yes, queen. Yes, my black African beautiful queen. No, please search it up to confirm that it's true because I don't want people to be like, no, but Ano said, no. Ano is a 15-year-old girl and is gathering information that she's learned and researched, right? And I might be saying it out loud, but it might not be the same, like a good explanation or an accurate way of spreading this information. So please, if I say anything in any of my podcasts that I'm saying that, like, oh, research says, and you can be like, actually, I know you're right, but you're on the right track, but you're going left when everyone is going right. Okay? So that's another thing that I wanted to just say. Moving on is that I think seeing fatspo and saying, oh my gosh, you're fat and you're not doing that, it really like grinds my gears because I'm just like there is some people who are overweight or like look overweight. They look chubby and stuff, but their weight could be a totally other different thing. Their BMI could be a totally different thing. BMI stands for body mass increase. I don't know. Girl, I don't know. These adverbs these days, am I right? But feel like my socks. But like I was saying, you could see someone who's way bigger than you, but could be a totally different weight, right? So she struggled with that, right? And it's not because she's lazy. It's not because, oh, she doesn't go to the gym. She does go to the gym. She goes to the gym. She goes on walks. She loves hiking. She does hikes, you know. She has a really well balanced diet, right? She's not lazy, right? And then there's some people who just struggle mentally with mental health, who I know with depression, you don't feel like doing anything. And I've experienced this where you just want to maybe eat, right? You just stay in bed and you eat, and the fat just stays inside of you because you're not moving around, you're not doing nothing, right? And I had this conversation with my parents where they're just like, I don't you actually need to get up and do something because this isn't healthy, right? And it's a part of mental health. So when people say, oh, you're just being lazy, it's kind of just like, no, that person is going through something. You'll never understand what they're going through. We'll never understand people's experiences. We might relate it on a deeper level, deeper, a deeper level than others, or just understand them like heart to heart type of thing. Heart to heart. Banger song by the way. But we might like I said, we might understand and relate to them in a deep level. But at the end of the day, you will never understand that feeling or thing that that person has been through. Right? This is talking about their weight and also their mental health, right? No matter what, we could have the same mental health issues, but we will never understand each other, like never understand what one person has been through, right? And I think another thing is that just because, okay, someone might someone might go through something that you think is way worse than what you went through, and you feel like, oh, I don't have the right to be binge eating and being depressed all day, right? Your feelings and what you went through are totally valid. I just wanted to add that in because that could be a whole other different conversation, but I wanted to add that in because we also are talking about mental health surrounding this, right? That I've had some times where I don't know if other people might relate to it, where I've heard some people gone through the worst, like have gone through a war and have just really gone through it, right? And God bless them because I absolutely admire their strength and how their strength and I admire how they can speak on what they went through, right? But what's it called? It sometimes like I felt like I don't deserve to feel what I'm feeling. I don't deserve to be doing what I'm doing. I don't deserve to be hurting myself and doing what I'm doing because other people have been through worse. And I actually had to have the conversation with myself that I don't know. Just because they're going through something different doesn't make your feelings not valid. And that could be a really like toxic mindset that you're saying, oh yeah, other people are going through worse, right? But when you're in a mental space, everything is blurred that you can only think about yourself and think about, oh, okay, but I need to get worse because they have gone through so much worse, right? And I don't deserve to even call myself someone who struggles with anxiety or depression, right? When my feelings and what I went through is totally valid to how I feel. Everyone is going through something different, whether it's eating disorders that make them feel like they're not enough or they're not too skinny or they need to gain weight. Everyone is going through something and their emotions to how they feel is totally valid. And I feel like just because of social media and because of the internet, it's almost we've almost been blinded to the fact that we're all being so insensitive. And you may be like, oh no, but I'm not like that, right? Oh no, I'm not insensitive. I actually care about people. I do care about people too. I care about people too. And um, I love people, you know. I'll always sympathize and empathize with people, but I've become so insensitive to some certain things to the point where I'm just like, I don't even recognize how I'm even dealing with this, right? Like someone being fat and actually saying, hey, um, I don't like it when you call me fat, or I don't like it when you do this or do that, right? And then people say, oh no, but you're not small. Oh no, this, that, or whatever. Oh, big back and stuff, right? We become so insensitive, right? And it's not cute. It's not funny. It's not cute. I'll be saying the same thing if it was towards a skinny person, that it's not cute. It's not funny. You're not being funny. You're actually being mean. You're being rude, right? You're actually a very rude person. Actually, no, let me rephrase that because that actually isn't true. You're a person who makes rude and mean decisions. I think that's better way to state it. You are a person. We're not born to be mean and insensitive. We were never made to be mean and insensitive to one another. But it gets into the cycle where when I'm making comments about other people's bodies. We were not born to look the same. I assure you, if we compare pictures of when were first born, some people were born with a higher body mass than another baby, right? And that's how it is. That's life, right? We can't change that. Some people are born to have a smaller bone body structure, right? Which is amazing. That's amazing for them, right? Some people are born big bone, right? Still normal, still cool, still amazing. Different bodies can be used for different things, right? And I know the way I stated that sounds very weird, but bear with me. I didn't know how else to state it. If someone can help me state different things, that would be amazing. But like with my dad, he's a pretty big guy, and what's it called? But in school, since he was a pretty big chubby guy, he helped in rugby. And if you know rugby, there's some there's a certain position where you need a guy who's pretty big to do something. I'm so sorry if anyone could actually like say the name of what they are supposed to do, because I don't know rugby, I don't know sports. As you can tell, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't want to seem like one of those big like pick me girls who are just like, yeah, I'm bad, am I? Um anyways, but that, and also like maybe in like rowing, I forgot what it's called, but you know those rowing boats where you have to row with other people, you need a smaller framed person who is lighter, who has lighter body weight to sit at the end to direct the crew to where they're going, right? So different bodies are helpful for different things, right? Um, and and that's the beauty of how we were made, right? So the fact that people think it's okay to just say something about someone else's body, and I am also a villain to this because I've said some mean stuff about people. I can admit that I've said some mean stuff about other people's bodies, and when I should be really focusing on mine. I can say that. I can say that 100%. Um, and yeah, so yeah, I forgot. I wanted to say something, but really, this conversation was just me yapping about people's bodies. So yeah. But I want to end off and say, the Lord bless you and keep you and make His face shine upon you and give you peace. Yeah, I'm gonna end off with that. Have an amazing day. I hope you know that you're loved. I hope you know that you're important. And yeah, it's. I'm not giving her a BBL. Yeah, guys, bye. I don't know how to end this, but toodaloo.